All right, welcome back to the channel. Warhammer Man back in the studio with another completed commission. If you're new to the channel, make sure you check us out and give us a like and subscribe. Always putting out different kind of content from everything Games Workshop, Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, and then of course a little bit of kill team action and some Warcry as well. Pretty much everything from reviews, unboxings, conversions, customizations, paint schemes, etc. We always list all the colors used and magnetized like sizes and everything down in the description. So make sure you check that out as well. Feel free to leave a comment, like, subscribe, all that. Share it with your friends, anybody that might be interested on social media or YouTube, obviously. So let's take a look at this one. This is the completion of a Sisters of Silence commission to go with a bunch of Adeptus Custodes. It's an absolutely massive army that we've done, and this is the final chapter of it. Included in this army is 10 of each of the 3 different kinds of Sisters of Silence. So it's like composed of squads of 5. We have 6 of those. So we have 10 of the sisters with the swords, 10 of the sisters with bolters, and 10 of the sisters with flamers. 2 rhino transport tanks with like battering rams on front. And then we have 2 assassins, Caluxus and Vindica Assassin. And then we have our 3 objective markers as well. So let's take a closer look at some of the models and what we did here. All right, so just to get started here, this is our Vindica Assassin. Base basically comes with the model, the base basically, but we added a little bit of sand around there as well. Obviously went into some nice highlighting, all that good stuff here. Very cool model. Wanted to keep him like relatively dark, but make sure that we got like the little bits of like kind of bright highlights as well to like represent like the little stealth camo suit. Very cool model. And then obviously like did a little bit with the technical green for like the scope lighting up and everything as well. Now our second assassin here is the Caluxus Assassin. Once again, very cool model. Like the anti-psyker of the Imperium or like psyker hunter. Again, the base is primarily like comes with the model. And then we just added in a little bit of sand and rubble and everything along the way. Little bit of technical paint for the like highlight down there, that tesseract glow. But overall, just stuck with the like traditional box art kind of style. Once again, very, very cool model. Already showed off the objective markers, but we can take a look at one of the Rhino tanks here. So both these have been basically done the same. Nothing too crazy about them. Just little bits of important detail along the way. And then just a small bit of like freehanding for like the design on the front. These were just basically done to like kind of copy a picture that the client sent in of what he was looking for. But some nice little like silver edge highlights and everything. All right, and then here we can take a look at these sisters. So these were done, you know, with a traditional kind of like, well, I'm not sure if it's traditional actually. These were done to the clients, again, to look like a picture that he had sent in with like that kind of silver color to the armor, some lighter and darker bits. And then again, the green gems to match and swords as well. And then like for all the different fur, we used like different types of the contrast paints. And our ruined temple style basing. Specifically paid attention to not make like any 2 of the same models look the same. So there's actually like 2 of each pose throughout the army. So we just made sure that we did like the like fur bits and everything a little different on the different poses. Try to mix up the heads and everything as well. So, and then here we have some of the Bolter sisters. Again, very cool models. The more time you spend with them, and obviously painting this many of them, really got to see like the detail of them and how much character they have with like the helmets, the different poses and everything. We can kind of see like the ornate kind of style of the helmets, and how the leaders of the squads look like a little more fancy, a little more tough. They have kind of like the purity seal like backings on them as well. I just kind of show what I meant about the colors. Like this is the same model, but for a different squad. Made sure that we use like a different one of like the gray contrast paints for like the back fur instead of the brown, so that they didn't look the same. And then different like helmet choices as well. And this is the sergeant from one of the flamer squads here. Again, very cool models. It's cool that they give you so many different options for them. You know, obviously the configurations, but also just like extra heads and styles and everything. Again, we did like a different style on the fur here. A little different on the helmet. Made sure to get those bright greens like standing out and everything. And then obviously give it like a little bit of wear and tear. Again, these are on the ruined temple style bases that we do. And here's just another one out of that same squad there. Very cool models, very detailed. And again, here's like a different style of helmet for like the sergeant from another squad. And then just kind of a little different color of fur on them. Wanted to use like primarily like grays and browns for the fur, so that they didn't like all look the same. You know, if you got like trophy fur over time, would assume that, you know, there'd be some kind of like grays and browns and everything. But those furs might come from, you know, different animals, whether it's wolves or whatever. Very cool overall though. Cool models. Definitely a big fan. I remember before like the Adeptus Custodes and the Sisters of Silence ever came out, there was just like a couple pieces of artwork. And, you know, the models have truly captured, you know, the overall look there. So, all right. So there we have it. That is the completion of the Sisters of Silence force with 2 of the Rhino tank transports. And then, of course, our objectives and assassins as well. We have, you know, for a little bit of anti-psyker and sniper backup. But overall, this is the final portion of an extremely large army commission, Talons of the Emperor or Adeptus Custodes and Sisters of Silence. So the initial army, Wave 1, Wave 2, we have displayed here on the channel as they were completed. And then I just recently completed Wave 3, which is comprised of all these models you see here, as well as a bunch of Forge World Adeptus Custodes units. A lot of those were magnetized as well, so I highly recommend you check out that video. I'll have that displayed here at the end if you haven't seen that one yet. But overall, the largest force we have ever done for a commission. Massive, massive army. You know, fit for the king. Literally, the emperor of mankind would be pleased with them. The Custodes are the, you know, white armor with the blue. Kind of like icy look to them. And then obviously the Sisters of Silence are a little more traditional with the silver armor. And then of course, again, the blue for the fabric as well. And then we did some small kind of hand painting on the rhinos, on the rams and everything. So they kind of stick out and match, add in a little bit of extra color there. The assassins obviously came out very nice as well. And then we have our customized objective markers. And if you're new to the channel, make sure that you like and subscribe. We always post up everything from like how to do the different customizations, making bases, conversions, etc. What paints we use, and have a lot of like how-to paint videos. If you're curious about how to get the contrast paint looks or how to get some of the other looks that we do for the channel, always more than welcome to share as much information as possible. Make sure you like and subscribe for any Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Warcry, Kill Team, Necromunda, pretty much anything Games Workshop, from painting videos, commission unveilings before they leave the studio, and then of course, you know, all kinds of conversions, customizations, how-tos, unboxing, pretty much anything Games Workshop, anything that we do here as part of the process, I'm glad to share off and show, from lighting, magnetizations, and all the other stuff I listed as well. So thank you very much for checking out the video today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Be excited to see what kind of comments or feedback you have down below. Do you have an army? What's your paint scheme? Do you like this army? Any questions or anything about it? Please let me know. Glad to interact with the community. Also make sure you share and, you know, like, subscribe, show it to your friends, anybody that might be interested, as we're always trying to get our name out there as the channel grows. Always glad to share some of the stuff we've done with the community. To all the people who have purchased commissions or are thinking about it, I definitely appreciate you guys as well, because you make all of this possible, as you are how we fund the channel and the studio. So thank you very much today, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and I'm out of here.